Now, Moscow says that China's participation in September military drills in Russia shows growing ties between the two countries. Kremlin spokesman Vladimir Peskov added cooperation between Moscow and Beijing will now be extended to all spheres. War games in central and eastern Russia will involve about 300,000 Russian troops and about 1,000 aircraft. According to Chinese media, Beijing will send 3,200 troops and about 900 weapons units to the drills. Russia's defense ministry says the military exercises will be the largest since the fall of the Soviet Empire. NATO has stated that the planned drills show a more assertive Russia. And Moscow has frequently criticized the alliance's eastward expansion toward the country's western borders. Joining us now out of Ontario is Jason Unruhe, political commentator and analyst. Hello, Jason. Thanks for joining us back on the program. And now it's funny, many would have said that this would have been inevitable considering the kind of strained ties we're seeing between Beijing and Washington and Moscow. Your thoughts, please.
Well, the United States has certainly done a significant job of making enemies out of those two countries with their declared tariff war, the false allegations of the Skripal poisoning by Russia, the efforts of Russia inside of Syria to defeat Daesh and other U.S.-backed forces inside the country. So I think that this is an inevitable outcome of that. I think that as these two particular countries are rising to challenge the U.S. from its hegemonic position in the world, that this display of military power by cooperation, showing the U.S. that, at least to some degree, they're on the same page and prepared to defend each other. They're going to stand together against U.S. power in the world. So I think that this is a great display of that, and I think it sends a direct message to Washington that they're going to be here. They're not going anywhere. They're going to continue to resist to whatever degree they can the influence that the U.S. wields in the world, particularly with the tariffs and sanctions that are being placed against the various countries for not wanting to cooperate with Donald Trump's unreasonable foreign policy. So I think that this is definitely, above all, a sign of unity between the two countries against the U.S.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to get your perspective, Mr. Jason Unruhe, out of Ontario, Canada, political commentator and analyst.